If the person uses a Google email address, then you can identify their partial phone number by leveraging password resets, and you can find their GAIA ID, which is the ID that we found in a previous lecture. Now, in our case, we already have Rishi Kabra Gmail email address. This is the first one, his personal Gmail account, and this is his gaming Gmail account. So the first thing I would like to do is just to copy the first email address and then open an incognito tab by holding Ctrl+Shift+P, or go to this menu and then select New Private Window. And then I'm going to go to mail.google.com. And then I'm going to paste the email address and then say next. And then click on Forgot Password. And as you can see, his phone number ends with 16, which is the same phone number that is associated with his Facebook account. Now, sometimes if you click on Try Another Way, you might find parts of another email address or find any other information like his phone number, or if he uses any security key to log into his account. Now, let's click on Try Again and try the second email address, which is rk132plays@gmail.com, and then I'm going to say enter, and now I'm going to confirm that I am not a robot and then say next, and then I'm going to click on Try Another Way, and we can see that we do not have any recovery method. So this only works with some accounts that have some recovery options to recover a certain Gmail account. The second thing that I would like to show you is how can you find someone's Google ID manually. We have already seen how we can find this ID using a PIOS, but this time I would like to show you how you can do this manually, just in case a PIOS is not working anymore or it's not free anymore, etc. And please keep in mind that this is a unique identifier that gets generated once you create a Google account. And in case you work with law enforcement or police and you were able to find someone's review on Google Maps, then you can take their ID and then send an email to Google to ask to get this person's information. So this means that you don't have to have someone's email address or phone number to retrieve their information from Google. All you want is this ID. So this is just a quick tip if you work with police or with law enforcement. So to find someone's Google ID manually, all you have to do is just to go to this URL that you'll find it in the resources of this lecture, which is Google Hangouts or Google Chat. And then you want to add the person's email address in here. So in our case, it's rishikabra132@gmail.com. As you can see, this is his account. And then I'm going to click on it and then right mouse click, and then I'm going to select inspect and then go to network, and then I'm going to refresh this page. And now I'm going to search for the word get assistive features, and then I'm going to hit enter, and I need to deselect media, and here we have a match. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click on response, and then I'm going to click on number 1 and then 0, and here we will get the ID. So I'm going to copy it. This is the ID of Rishi Kabra, and then open my notepad and put it in here. And you will find this link in the resources of this lecture. All you have to do is just to replace the word ID with the person's ID, like this. And if you copied this link and put it in a new tab, you'll be able to find the person's Google reviews. So as you can see, this is Rishi Kabra account. We can see his profile picture, we can see his name, and we can see that he had made 11 contributions. I can go to reviews and see his last reviews. And 4 months ago, he was at this Apple premium reseller in Chennai. And we already know that he lives in Chennai based on the information that we gathered from his social media accounts. We can also see all the cities that he went to. For example, here we can see that he went to an Indian restaurant in Thailand, and we can see when was this, which was 11 months ago. So this will give us estimation in which city he lives or to which cities or countries he visited and some information about him. And if we looked at this review, we can see that there was a person called Saeed or Sayed which helped him to get his new AirPods, which I assume right now that he is an Apple user. So I'm going to my notes and type in here that he might be an Apple user. And then I'm going to copy the URL of the review and put it in here. And I can also take a screenshot if I want to, just in case he removed his review. One more thing that I would like to show you to gather some information about a Google account is a tool called Ghunt. Ghunt is a tool that allows you to find some information about any Google account. You can either download and install this tool on your Linux machine, or you can access this tool online using this URL. So you want to go to this URL, it's Gmail OSINT I'll put the link in the description or in the resources of this lecture. And then you want to add the username of the email, and it is rishikabra132. And then I'm going to click on this. And now I'm going to scroll down, and we can see that he uses a custom profile picture. I can copy this URL and put it in a new tab, and we can see his profile picture. I can come back to the tool and see when was the last time he edited his profile. We can see his Google ID, and he has a very normal Google user account. And we can scroll down a little bit, and the coolest thing I like about this is that it's going to show me the approximate cost of the places that Rishi Kabra has visited. For example, we can see that he visits places that are moderately expensive, and we can scroll down a little bit and see what places he visited. For example, a cell phone store, beauty salon, an Indian restaurant, a bar, etc. We can also scroll down and see that there is some information on where he might be living. And we can see here Kolkata, India, Mysore, India, and another place. And we already gathered that he lives in Kolkata, India. Now, he might be living in Kolkata or in Chennai. We still don't know this yet, but we will gather more information in the future lectures. Now let's add the second username, which was RK132 plays, and see whether we will get any information. And now let me scroll down. We can see that he uses the default profile picture. This is his Google ID, and there is no information at all. He has no reviews, no public Google calendars, nothing. But what we can see is when was the last time he edited his profile, which will tell me whether this account is active or not.